still so quiet, guys. Next week I'm hoping the exhausted intakes go on. And I literally just stopped at Costco to grab a soda. Alright fam, we're at Costco, about to head back home. I just realized that the CS has an augmented view. So that means it has a camera. I believe it's right here in front of the windshield, and it gives you an augmented reality display, which is honestly mind-blowing. I never thought that this car would have that level of tech. It works when you use the factory navigation, and it actually overlays the turns for where you need to go. So it's actually really, really cool. Never had such a feature. I've seen it on like Cadillac Escalades. I didn't know BMW had it. So the CS is a 2025 model. It has iDrive 8.5. When the G82 first came out, it had iDrive 7, which personally is probably the most driver-focused iDrive that ever came out. You have a left turn. Are you retarded? Man, people in Florida, I think, are generally like so dumb that it blows my mind. But iDrive 7 had the ability to have 2 widgets on either side of the main display, which was super cool. And iDrive 8 and iDrive 8.5, unfortunately, you could just put 1 widget on the right hand, I think, side of the display. And iDrive 8.5 got upgraded even further to have, I think, better internals in terms of processors so that it can have things like the augmented reality display. What's honestly insane is that BMW has removed some of the customization ability of the head unit. So previously you could flash in the Bang & Olufsen sound profile into this car, and I think this car is Harman Kardon, so maybe Bang & Olufsen. I think it's Bowers & Wilkins. You could code in a different sound profile using Bimmer code. Unfortunately, you can no longer do that. I don't think we're taking this left. Let's see. No, yeah, we're going straight. Still getting used to directions around here and getting used to the factory navigation system. I'm not sure why it decides to switch from the camera to the navigation, but it is what it is. So guys, I woke up this morning and guess what happened? We bombed Venezuela and we captured their president, President Maduro. So too long, didn't read. And this is something I hope to continue to do on the channel. When big events happen, I want to break it down for you guys. So President Maduro has been considered the head of most of the cartels in South America. He has been co-conspirating, which means he's been developing, you know, negative plans, bad plans, evil plans with China, Russia, and Iran against the United States. And Venezuela actually has the largest oil reserves in the planet, more than Saudi Arabia. So by going in and capturing their president, it's a huge display of force, and to do it in like a 24-hour period is absolutely unbelievable. So it shows China that they better realize who they're messing with. It also shows Russia that the US is not fucking around. But what it also does is it's going to embolden Russia and China to continue to take their own land-based initiatives. So I really wouldn't be surprised now if China feels, you know, more emboldened to take Taiwan next year. So this little stunt, you know, while it could be good in the short term, I think it opens up a global can of worms for instability. I think it'll be good for gas prices in the short term. I think for the market on Monday, you'll see a slight dip, and then it will continue to be bullish unless China or some other country retaliates in some form, which I don't think will happen. So, you know, crazy news to wake up to in the morning, right? Like the US just went into Venezuela, bombed them. Generally, that's unconstitutional. The President of the United States cannot just do that without asking Congress, but we're past that now, right? Trump is acting like he can do whatever he wants. And let's not forget that the CIA has been in Venezuela for many decades now. Under Obama, when Hillary Clinton was the, you know, Secretary of the State, they tried to have democratic elections with a CIA-backed puppet government. That failed. Maduro took back power. And, you know, I think it was going to happen one way or another. And the majority of Venezuelans, I believe, are actually celebrating what happened. So for the short term, again, I think it's probably okay. But long term, I think we're heading into major conflict by 2030 globally. So we'll see what happens, guys. But let's talk about the CS. Let's talk about this car. Let's talk about the G82, right? The Porsche 911 Carrera right now, it starts at like $150,000, right? The CS is like 120, the M4 CS, and it can do all-wheel drive, it can do rear-wheel drive. It has a much better, in my eyes, technology and infotainment setup than the Porsche does. And you're getting so much car, so much value. It's limited production, right? And instead of just having another base Carrera that everyone has, you have a special car. And that's the crazy thing. Not really sure why that guy decided to overtake like that, but let's show him why that was 7th and 8th gears, super fast. There's really no reason to overtake people and then slow down in front of them, especially as other lanes are merging. And I realized at Costco that was kind of my bad because both lanes could turn left, but I actually thought that the far left lane could turn left. That's why I went into that far left lane. I thought the guy who was taking a left into that lane was in the wrong, but I was definitely in the wrong there, so all good. 5th gear. Trying to see, the car still has like some of the, oh, that's why. So there are modes in the M4 CS. In road mode, you have all the safety systems on. In sport mode, most of the safety systems are off, and then in track mode, everything is off. You used to be able to activate track mode in iDrive 7 even when you were driving. Now in iDrive 8 and 8.5, I think you have to be driving less than like 10 miles an hour for you to be able to activate track mode. Usually it's the first thing I do. And when you activate track mode, it actually puts this screen to sleep. So you just see your main display. On the left-hand side, I have my map right now. This is in road, and no, this is actually in sport mode, I believe. Let's check. Yeah, I'm in sport. So when you hit this button here, you can change what you can select. So you got setup, map, tires is usually what I keep when I have it on track mode. And what I really wish is that I could see the engine temps and then the tire on like another side of the display, but you just can't do that on iDrive 8.5. I do feel like this is wasted space, but you can't really see much there anyway, so not a biggie. And my only gripes really with the car is that you know, there's no cup holders. I mean, there's some on the side, so it's not that big of a deal, but you know, can't have it all, I guess. Maybe the Porsche has more cup holders. Actually, when I had a GT3, it was the worst cup holder experience of my life. The cup holder was like this big. You had to like hit this plastic thing for it to shoot out. Drinks would always spill like everywhere. And that was a 2015 GT3. And to be honest, those cars, the 991 GT3s, are still $120,000, $130,000, $140,000. Doesn't make any sense to me. This M4 CS, in fact, any G82 M4, stock turbo, you can run 700 wheel horsepower all day, every day. And all you have to do is oil changes, spark plugs, and you know, maybe at 50,000 miles, a transmission fluid change. But like, really the cars are bulletproof. Once you start doing port injection, fully 85, upgrading the turbos, that's when you are going to obviously get into some headaches. But as a stock platform, you don't build the engine, you don't build the transmission, you don't build the turbos, you don't even have to do much to the fueling system at all, really. You don't really do anything. And you can run E40, E30, no problem, 700 wheel horsepower. There's nothing like that in the market, okay? The GTR, which came out like 10, 15 years ago, you had to put in at least another 20 grand to get the same power output. Because in the G82, you can spend, I'm not joking, you could spend $5,000 to $6,000 and have a full bolt-on 700 wheel horsepower car, including labor. Just absolutely unbelievable. Oh, I actually have to take this exit. People are driving super slow though. Can't wait for this to sound even better. I think right now the BMW obviously has the exhaust noise that gets piped in, and it's currently on. You can tell it's currently on. It still sounds good though. see how much West Palm is growing. I would say the majority of those high-rise buildings have come up in the last 10 years from right to left. And then past West Palm is, of course, Palm Beach, Mar-a-Lago, where Trump made his announcement today at 11 a.m. It's kind of crazy that you feel like, you know, Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach is the center of American power right now. Even Netanyahu came here. Pretty amazing to see. They say the world is a stage. I would say Mar-a-Lago is a theater. It's one of the theaters of the world's power right now. And let me tell you something about that Somali daycare situation, right? So the report just came out, published on Friday. The majority of the centers weren't doing anything wrong. However, when you look at small business loans and PPP, which was the COVID era pandemic support for businesses that had employees, there was massive fraud across the board. Okay, across the board. In Atlanta, there was tons of fraud. And I don't think the daycare centers, regardless of ethnicity, are off the hook there either. And what's more interesting is that defrauding the government has been an American principle, especially in Florida, where you look at someone like Rick Scott, who was CEO of a major healthcare company that defrauded the government hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. He gets, you know, to go scot-free, becomes governor, and then I believe he's a senator now, and he's still grifting. I mean, people, wake up. You know, they're trying to pit you against Somali people in Minnesota or wherever they are to make you feel like they're not like you. And let's be honest, I have my own issues with societies or cultures that stick so closely to themselves that they start to look like inbred. And take it for what you will, but a lot of Somali people have very, very similar genetic material, and it may not always be in their best interest, but they don't probably know that, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yo, people are absolutely crazy. For him to go across the tracks on the red, I don't even know. Sometimes I just don't know what the rules are in Florida, you know what I mean? I'm just out here living. Still trying to figure it all out. What I do know is that everyone in Florida, South Florida, apparently waits till the last minute to go to the DMV to get all the paperwork together. And so there's like a 3-month wait list to get to the South Florida DMVs, unless you go into the boonies, like go west. And then it's like a 15-minute turnaround. But it's so funny. It's one of those things in Florida that you got to know that you can't go to the big DMVs. You have to drive into the countryside a little bit. Guys, if you want anything else covered on the channel, comment below and I'll incorporate it into new videos. I think he wanted me to turn there. Let's see if I can turn here. See, guys, I'm still figuring out. Okeechobee is the road that we're on. We're turning on Rosemary here. I'll pop this back on when we get to a scenic place. Take some footage from the outside, guys. All right, let's go. What up, guys? So if you don't know, I'm actually using an iPhone 17 Pro Max to film the selfie content, and the 17 Pro has a huge wide-angle camera now for the selfie, so that's how I'm getting this crazy footage. It's also 4K 30 HDR. Look how wide this is. You can see the whole freaking car. All right, so let's do a quick walk around, talk about the spec again, just give you a breakdown of the car because it's going to be featured a lot, and this in its stock form is probably the last time you're going to see it like this, because next week it's going to be transformed. All right, let's take a quick walk around. Okay, guys, a few more glimpses of the car from the outside in this beautiful sunshine. As you know, the headlights are yellow with that racing heritage. These are different headlights than what you get on the M4 and the M4 competition. The actual inner pieces are all different. You can't just swap out one of the boards to turn it yellow like you could previously. Although I think there are some aftermarket options that are now showing up for the regular LCI headlights, not the CS LCI headlights, that can turn them yellow. But man, this thing looks so good. And for those of you who are not, you know, BMW enthusiasts, normally you think that the calipers have to be gold for carbon ceramics. But on the CS, you could get red calipers with the carbon ceramic rotors. So that's what this car has. This is pretty much a maxed out build. Carbon ceramics, the gold optional wheels, and the paint is Brooklyn gray. You have the laser tail lights. You have a titanium muffler. There's an Alcantara steering wheel. The bucket seats with the CS. A full carbon fiber tunnel, which looks exceptional. And the car is 50 kilograms less. So guys, this is a dream to be here in Southern Florida with this car. And it's just the beginning. I really want to grow a collection of pinnacle cars, like peak cars, you know what I mean? And this is peak. This car is absolutely peak. All right, guys, so subscribe. We're gonna hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Can you believe that? And then from there, it's only up, only up.